Is the RTX 5060 capable of delivering a pleasant experience in Dying Light the Beast at 1440p and 1080p resolutions? Let's find out. I paired it with the Ryzen 5 7600X CPU, so this is a well-balanced PC build. If you're interested in any of the products featured in this video, you can find them on Amazon at the links in the description below. Let's start with 1440p resolution, native, using NVIDIA's DLAA anti-aliasing solution. Reflex is enabled. No frame gen for now, but we'll take a look at that feature later on. And field of view is absolutely maxed out. Graphics settings are absolutely maxed out as well. High graphics quality is the maximum right now at launch, but we might get another preset later on down the line when the game developers will add ray tracing into the game. Day one, ray tracing is not available, unfortunately. Look at this beautiful performance. When was the last time you've seen a game from a AAA developer that can show you like 50 plus FPS on a 60 class graphics card at native 1440p? Yeah, there aren't that many in 2025. We are getting a few dips below 50 though, so it's not a consistent 50 plus FPS experience. Sometimes we see 47, 48 FPS. And our VRAM usage is still pretty good. I mean, 8 GB of memory is enough for this game in its current state. We are absolutely fine. That said, this game doesn't feature the most high quality textures. That is something that I would actually like the game developers address. Maybe give us a high resolution texture pack. That would be nice for GPUs that actually have more memory and can display higher quality textures. Because textures, they don't cost anything for the GPU to run, they just need video memory. We can improve the FPS by introducing DLSS resolution upscaling. Let's set it to quality mode. Oh my, what a pleasure it is to see 80 FPS sometimes. 80 sometimes, yeah? In this game. At 1440p, DLSS quality mode. Ooh, it is so nice. You don't need a massive GPU, super powerful. You can just enjoy this game on a 1440p monitor with the RTX 5060 without losing pretty much any visual quality thanks to DLSS quality mode. Indeed, it looks great. Really close to native. By the way, the game developers are really generous in this game in terms of upscaling and anti-aliasing technologies. They added everything. FSR 4, FSR 3.1, XeSS for Intel, DLSS 4, the latest and greatest. Good stuff. And the performance is fairly smooth. Take a look at this. There are very few stutters on the graph. Mostly it feels nice and smooth. Beautiful experience, especially compared to the Borderlands 4 disaster. That game is a stuttery mess. The CPU is handling this game really well too. No issues there. Let's add frame generation on top of this. We'll use DLSS 2x frame gen. Our real FPS is dropping below 60. It's at 57 right now, 60 right now. And as a result, the mouse feels floaty. It doesn't feel as responsive. Yeah, in this game, it's not a good idea to use frame generation if your frame rate is quite low. It doesn't feel as nice as in some other games we've tested recently. It's strange how in Unreal Engine 5 games frame generation feels okay, even if you have something like 50-ish FPS. The mouse still feels responsive enough, but in some other games, like this one right here, it starts feeling a little bit floaty, disconnected from the, what you're actually doing with your hand. And that doesn't feel nice in games where you have to aim. There's guns in this game, so you have to aim. Also crossbows. Check this out. Crossbow. And bows. Nice. Any game that has both is top tier. Yeah, I don't think that frame generation is worth it in this game, but just for the completion's sake, let's take a look at the 4x frame generation. This feature is in the game, so we have to check it out. And we are getting close to 190 FPS. Our real frame rate is now below 50, 47, 48 right here. In this scene, oh, dropped to 43. Wow, okay. And the mouse still feels floaty. When I'm just running around or using just melee weapons, it's fine, but as soon as I start using firearms and actually aiming, it doesn't feel good at all. Let's turn off frame generation and try DLSS Balanced mode. That gives us a little bit more FPS, but not massively more compared to the quality mode. Yeah. Oh no, they're about to get me. Yeah, I think that DLSS Quality mode had a pretty good frame rate, so there's no need for Balanced in this game on this graphics card in my opinion. But if for some reason you want just a little bit more frame rate, then it's an option. DLSS Balanced looks decent on a 1440p 27-inch monitor. Lowering the graphics quality in this game doesn't provide us with a nice FPS boost, unfortunately, so I don't think it's worth it, but we'll check it out anyway. I lowered the graphics quality by 1 notch to medium quality, and we're still at DLSS Balanced to make a direct comparison in terms of frame rate. Yeah, it's just an extra couple of frames per second. Absolutely not worth it. Just keep the graphics quality on the highest. And yeah, that's it. That's the best way. Moving on to 1080p resolution, the highest graphics quality, and native resolution using NVIDIA's DLAA. Reflex is enabled, frame gen disabled, and field of view is maxed out. It's nice to see a game perform well at native resolution. We're staying at well above 60 FPS consistently. The GPU is fully loaded. The VRAM is actually at below 7 gigabytes, but just about. Oh, are we about to reach 7 gigabytes? I think so. It's possible. Yeah, 7.1. This is a pleasant fluid experience, worthy of a AAA title. Good stuff. But if that's not enough image fluidity for you, you can use frame generation to improve that. Let's use the 2x frame gen. Thankfully, we have enough video memory to use this feature in this game. But yeah, even so, take a look at that. We're getting really close to that 8 gigabyte memory capacity. Almost filled up completely, because frame gen requires additional VRAM to operate. And the performance is fine. Controls latency, yeah, good enough, but just barely, because sometimes our real frames drop to around 54, which could become a problem down the line if we start using firearms, for example, and we want to aim. Yeah, the mouse does feel a little bit floaty. I think you need way more frames in this game for frame generation to actually feel good. I'm not a fan of frame gen in this game at lower FPS values. I tested it on the RTX 5090 and it was fine when our real FPS was at around 80, 70. The frame gen felt okay, but when it's at 50 to 60 plus, it's just not good enough in my opinion. Let's also take a look at the 4x frame gen. Oh my, that FPS is insane. We're getting close to 200. Well, 180 plus over here. But our real frame rate has dropped to 47. Yeah, not good. Not good for the mouse responsiveness. It feels even worse now. Not much worse, but worse. Not pleasant. Not responsive. Thankfully, there are other ways to improve FPS in this game, Let's disable frame gen and use DLSS Quality mode. There you go. If you want high frame rates, it's better to use this set of settings. Use resolution upscaling instead. Indoors, 100 plus FPS. Outdoors, let's see what will happen. 90 plus. Surely it will drop below 90. Yes, 85. If you want high FPS, this is the way to go. Not frame gen. Unfortunately, not in this game. Because this does feel good. Yeah, look at that. Nice and smooth. Right off the roof. This feels much better than frame generation. When I aim, the mouse feels nice and responsive. Beautiful. And we can cap our FPS at 90, for example, to improve the image stability, to make it absolutely smooth. Take a look at this. Yes, this is it. In this game, I highly recommend capping your frame rate at a lower value. Actually, yeah, 90 isn't quite enough because we're getting dips into 80s from time to time. Okay. But you get what I mean, right? Just cap your FPS at a certain value and it will make the gameplay much smoother. What if we cap it at, let's say, 70? It feels a little bit jittery. I think it's one of those games where we have to work in increments of 30, so let's do 60 FPS. Yeah, this feels good. And the FPS is staying at 60 quite consistently. There are no drops. There you go. Beautiful, smooth experience achieved. Just take a look at the flatness of that frame rate graph. Amazing. Let's add frame generation on top of this. DLSS 2x mode. Check it out. High refresh rate. That's it. Above 120 FPS. And our real frame rate is staying at above 60 pretty much all the time. So that's nice. 69 over here. 64, 62. Okay, 62 is the lowest number I've seen so far, but mostly it stays at around 60-ish, 70 plus even sometimes. That's good to see. And as a result, the mouse feels fine. It still feels a little bit floaty, but not as much as it used to when it was something like 40 plus or 50 plus FPS, real FPS. That didn't feel good, but this actually feels fine. Absolutely fine. And if you want to take advantage of your high refresh rate monitor using frame generation, then you can absolutely do that with this set of settings. Let's see if we can saturate a 240 Hz monitor by generating even more frames. 4x multi-frame generation enabled. Yes, well above 200 FPS right now, and our real frame rate is dropping to around 55. Oh my god, oh, almost fell to my death. Yeah, parkour in this game, I think better than in Assassin's Creed. And whether you're running on the streets, still, our real FPS is staying at well above 50, closer to 60 actually. Oh, no kissing, no kissing. Almost hitting that 240 FPS mark. Sometimes above it, sometimes below it. So if you have a high refresh rate monitor, then the RTX 5060 can actually deliver a pretty fluid experience on it. In conclusion, the RTX 5060 is very much capable of delivering a very pleasant experience in this game, both when paired with a 1440p monitor as well as a 1080p monitor. No issues with VRAM, at least not yet, because we haven't tried ray tracing yet. It's not available in the game at this present moment. I'm actually enjoying this game very much. I played about 4 hours already, and I'll definitely play more when I get some free time. What about you? Are you enjoying Dying Light the Beast? Let me know in the comments. And let me know, what do you think about this performance out of the RTX 5060? If you enjoyed this video, then reward my work with a like. It helps out a lot, and I really appreciate it. Also, subscribe for more videos like this if you haven't already. It was I, Vadim. Until next time.